Welcome to Wisdom Beyond Ages, where stories of resilience and strength unfold. When my sons were young, their father struggled with alcoholism. Each day was a challenge, as he brought turmoil into our home. Despite the chaos, I was determined to create a safe and nurturing environment for my children. I realized the importance of shielding them from the instability and negativity that surrounded us. It was a difficult journey, navigating the complexities of our situation, but my focus remained on providing love and support. I found solace in knowing that my efforts could make a difference, offering my sons a chance to rise above the difficulties. Join us as we explore more stories of overcoming adversity and finding hope. I was too afraid to intervene, constantly worried about the impact his behavior would have on my boys as they grew. I feared the long-term effects on their development and emotional well-being. Despite these fears, I remained vigilant, trying to counterbalance the chaos with stability and love. As they matured, I watched them navigate their own paths, hoping my efforts would help them escape the shadows of their father's struggles. I wanted them to understand that they were not defined by his actions, and that they had the power to choose their own futures. My journey was filled with uncertainty, but I believed in their resilience and the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. Join us as we continue to share stories of hope and transformation. One day, I visited my older son and was shocked to see his house cluttered with empty bottles. It was as if history had repeated itself. He had become just like his father. The sight was overwhelming, a painful reminder of the past I had hoped to shield him from. It was a moment of deep reflection, realizing that despite my best efforts, the cycle seemed to persist. I knew then that I had to find a way to reach him, to show him that change was possible and that he wasn't doomed to follow in his father's footsteps. This realization fueled my determination to support him in finding his own path to recovery and self-discovery. I asked him why he was living like this, and he shouted back, "What did you expect? Dad was an alcoholic." His response hit me like a ton of bricks. It was as if he believed his father's struggles were his destiny too. I could see the frustration and resignation in his eyes, a belief that his life had to mirror his father's. It was heartbreaking to witness him feeling trapped in a cycle that seemed unbreakable. In that moment, I knew I had to help him see that his life could be different, that he had the power to break free from this pattern. My heart ached, but it also ignited a fierce resolve to guide him towards a healthier future. I ended up following in his footsteps. Then I visited my younger son. His home was a stark contrast, clean and peaceful. He had never been caught in the same cycle. Observing his life, I felt a sense of relief and hope. It was reassuring to see that not everyone was destined to repeat the past. His choices were different, and he had built a life filled with calm and stability. This visit made me realize that change was possible. It was a reminder that everyone has the ability to choose their path, to break away from the shadows of their upbringing. Seeing my younger son thrive inspired me to believe that transformation was within reach for anyone willing to pursue it. I never saw him indulge in alcohol, and he seemed to be thriving. When I asked him, "Why are you like this?" his response was simple yet profound. He explained that he had seen the impact of certain choices and decided early on to take a different path. He chose to surround himself with positive influences and focus on his goals, steering clear of anything that might derail his progress. It was a conscious decision to create a life that wasn't marred by the struggles he had witnessed in others. His determination and foresight were admirable, and his success was a testament to the power of making mindful choices. This conversation reinforced the idea that our lives are shaped by the decisions we make. He smiled and responded, "What did you expect? Dad struggled with alcohol. We have a chance to learn from the mistakes of others." His words carried the weight of personal experience and insight. He understood the importance of observing the pitfalls faced by those around us and using that knowledge to forge a better path for ourselves. By acknowledging his father's challenges, he demonstrated a commitment to breaking the cycle and choosing a different route. His perspective highlighted the significance of reflection and growth, encouraging us to embrace lessons from the past to create a more promising future. It was a reminder that our past does not define us. Instead, it's a guide to inform our choices and shape our destiny. We have the power to build a life that fills us with pride and satisfaction. If you find value in this message, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from it. By spreading positivity and encouragement, we can inspire others to reflect on their own paths and make meaningful changes. Sharing stories like this can spark conversations that lead to growth and understanding. So, if this resonates with you, don't hesitate to pass it along. Your support, through sharing, subscribing, or simply engaging with this content, helps us continue bringing stories that matter. Together, we can create a community that uplifts and motivates, fostering a sense of belonging